I tap swamps to cast the black magic. I make you slip and die, and that's tragic. I'm not nice, I'm killing dudes. I'm really rude, me and my Philly crew. I'm enchanting, necromancing. I'll steal your corpse and demand a high ransom. I'm irate, I'm guilty of crimes. My name's Nate, I'm a wizard in my spare time. I walk plains, I'll storm your brain. I got more miracles than Insane Hain. Once I was hungry, so I ate a wombat. Because why not eat a wombat? I build draft decks with 41 cards, and I write rap rhymes to destroy other bards. My spooks are outdated, but always on point. 41 eps created, now let's tear down the joint. Look at my zombies. So many zombies. What rhymes with zombie? They're really a plum sea. Rosewater. What can I say? I battled and fought hard, made the wrong play. Can I borrow a feeling? Cause I'm reeling and lost. Oh, the sorrow of knowing Morrow is my end boss. But I still got friends. I'm chilling with a choa. He got more bite than a river boa. Check me out with Mangu, Reed, Yuya, and Paolo, Luis, Brad, BBD, and Josh and Tao, yo. I bring more beats than Seth at Worlds, and I got more heat than when your foils curl. My rhymes are fire, so accuse me of arson. Now watch my crane cake when I drop Yo Larson. I'm a fool, a freak, crazy quick with a dance. I got lost looking for Vip Vip in France. I walked many planes, but this is my last one. Now I'm dropping the staff. I'm out, I'm done. Look at my zombies. So many zombies. What rhymes with zombie? Whatever. MC Night's Whisper. Walking the plains. I'm out. Hi, I'm Nathan Holt. You might remember me from the New Jersey Shakespeare Festival's Summer of '99 production of The Comedy of Errors, or from Kornhauser and Holt's popular film, The Cat People of Venice. But we also made this show, Walking the Plains. We're both delighted and wistful to bring you the 41st and last episode. But enough about us, let's talk about the Magic the Gathering World Championship. By far the most exciting event of the year, this year's World Championship comes to you from Seattle's exquisite Paramount Theater. With 24 of the world's best Magic players, each match is a masterclass in strategic excellence. The competition kicked off with Eldritch Moon Shadows over Innistrad Draft, followed by 4 rounds of Standard. At the end of day 1, the defending world champion, Seth Manfield, was in a strong position with a 5-2 record.
Nobody had ever won back-to-back world championships until Shahar Shenhar did it in 2013 and 2014. Can you envision it? Can you imagine yourself there at the final table again?
Obviously, I've done it once, so if I did it once, I mean, it's certainly not impossible, but I think top 4 is what I'm thinking about right now, just because there's still another couple days to play before that cut. I think I just have to play my best, run hot, and, proceed from there, basically.
While many of the other big names in Pro Magic struggled to stay in contention, a newcomer to the main stage at Worlds jumped up the leaderboard. Virginia's Brian Brown-Dewan did all he could to stay in the moment and handle the pressure that comes with success.
Weirdly enough, this was a really relaxing tournament for me. I know there's just a lot of stress and so much on the line for everyone, but I'm playing people that I've played like hundreds of times before, and it just kind of felt like I was just playing Magic against them. It didn't feel like there was anything more than that. I don't know, if like things went wrong, I just kind of brushed it off. Like I hit 0 creatures off a Collected Company against Reed, and then my next one hit a 1/1, and that was it. So it was just like 2 bricks in a row. And I was just like, that's just Magic, next game, let's move on and stuff. So I didn't really feel that much pressure or stress or anything like that. It just felt like just normal games of Magic.
While the competition heated up on the main stage, my co-producer Sean and I thought we'd make the rounds at the venue one last time and ask some folks in attendance about their memories of watching Walking the Plains. I'm here with world-famous commentator Marshall Sutcliffe. Marshall, you and I and Sean started doing official Magic coverage at the exact same time, actually. It was actually the same event. Do you remember which one?
Yeah, it was GP Seattle Tacoma. I remember that was my first time in the booth. I was with Brian David Marshall, and it was just us two.
You've been involved in Walking the Plains a little bit in your day. Do you have a favorite moment from the show's history?
Yeah, it's actually not remotely close, my favorite moment. You told me, all right, so we want BDM and you to punch me. And our eyes just lit up and we were like, yes! Yeah, it was during the intervention episode, and at the end of it, we've had enough. We throw you up against the wall and just wail on you. It was the best.
Zach, don't encourage him.
No, but seriously, what if we embraced a new, transformative cultural paradigm that more thoroughly integrates disparate value systems?
Exactly. Are you people insane? Are you people insane?
Do you think we're close to a breakthrough? I got a 330 with Channel Fireball about LSV drafting 7 drops.
My favorite part about it was that we had to do multiple takes, and every time we got to just beat you down the same way multiple times. It was great.
All right, I'm here with my buddy Shivam. Do you have a favorite moment from Walking the Plains?
In fact, I have one moment that I'd like to even more than tell you. I'd like to sing to you. You're the best at magic. La da 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 da.
So I'll always remember, it was actually at the Players' Championship a couple years ago when you and Maro reenacted the Princess Bride scene with the Battle of Wits decks, and I thought that was just a pitch-perfect reenactment.
You guessed wrong.
Ha! You only think I guessed wrong. I switched for libraries when your back was turned. Ha ha, you fool! You fell victim to one of the classic blunders, the most famous of which is never design a 3-powered flying 1-drop in blue. But slightly lesser known but equally important is this. Never go up against Maro when death is on the line.
All right, I'm here with World Championship competitor Yoel Larson, an amazing Magic player, and also a fan of Walking the Plains. Yoel, do you have a favorite moment from Walking the Plains over the years?
When you interviewed me the first time when I won the Pro Tour, first time I watched that post-Pro Tour, I could just feel all those emotions bubbling up again from when I won, so that was like a great experience.
Did you ever think that when you started playing Magic that you would become this serious of a dedicated player, much less a PT champion?
No, obviously not. You gotta be rational, but this is, it's too much. Can't really pronounce and say how grateful I am for the game and like all the years, all the friends I've gotten through it, and it's a great experience.
Meanwhile, back at the World Championship, the tournament intensified as the players ended the Swiss with 4 rounds of Modern, and the field of 24 narrowed to just 4. Among those 4 was one name you might not have predicted to make the cut before the event began. Oliver, you're 18 years old. You're finishing high school in the same year that you're putting up great results at the Pro Tour. Now you're in the top 4 of the World Championship. Did you envision yourself making top 4 when this tournament began?
Definitely not. I finished day 1 at 3-3-1, and draft was the next day, and draft's easily my worst format. So I was just not feeling good about my chances at all.
Well, how do you feel about your chances tomorrow?
I feel like I have good matchups tomorrow. It's going to be really tough, though, because it's still against the best players in the world, and I think it happened.
The top 4 of the 2016 Magic the Gathering World Championship is the story of practice making perfect. Brian Braun-Duin has said that he doesn't consider himself the most skilled player in the world. As Grand Prix Master of 2016, he earned his seat at Worlds by his cumulative performance of a year's worth of open tournaments. In other words, he succeeded with preparation, persistence, perseverance, and frequent flyer miles. His semifinal opponent, Shota Yasuoka, is a Pro Tour champion and Hall of Famer whose lightning-fast barrage of mistake-free plays have left his opponents eating his dust for years. But Brian was undaunted by Shota's pedigree and stormed out of the gates in games 1 and 2 with huge attacks, thanks to a brave and charismatic lieutenant boosting the morale of Brian's army. In Game 3, Brian's human pacifist turned violent werewolf butchered Shota's life total so quickly that the Japanese superstar could only congratulate Brian and wish him luck in the finals. Meanwhile, the other side of the bracket played host to 2 opposing masters of their own realms. 18-year-old Oliver Tew spent his year preparing for high school graduation, while also dominating Standard on the Magic Pro Tour, thus earning the title of Constructed Master. His opponent, Lisbon, Portugal's Marcio Carvalho, dominated limited formats on the Pro Tour and earned the title of Draft Master. Though you might expect the constructed semifinal to favor Tew, Carvalho demonstrated his prowess with a 60-card deck at just the right time. He captured Game 1 by employing the meticulous methods of Tamiyo, field researcher. And while Tew hung on for dear life to narrowly win Game 2, Carvalho closed the door on Tew in Game 3 with his own human-turned-werewolf, and took Game 4 by robbing Tew's magic with spell-quelling spirits. And so Marcio Carvalho would advance to the finals to compete with Brian Braun-Duin for the most prestigious trophy in Magic. In Game 1, Brian's werewolves attempted to get their feet on until Marcio horrifyingly sealed them inside a stone column where they were left to die along with Brian. But Brian fought back in Game 2 by collecting the company of his trusty lieutenant backed up by a Reflector Mage, who allowed Brian's army to penetrate Marcio's defenses and even the series. Game 3 was one of the most epic games the Pro Tour has seen in recent memory. It lasted over an hour. A stalemate clogged the battlefield with creatures, and the game became an increasingly complex puzzle to solve. At last, Brian cast the spell Tragic Arrogance, which decimated the battlefield and left him with an opening to blitz Marcio with fresh attackers. Game 4 played into another large stalemate. As more cards and dice hit the table, both players desperately churned through their libraries in search of the winning spell. Brian found it. Another Tragic Arrogance cleared the way for the great Thalia's lieutenant, whose power had grown so large as to warrant several dice. Brian delivered a massive blow, and Marcio couldn't recover. And so Brian Braun-Duin became the world champion of Magic the Gathering. What kind of mental stamina did it take to play in that match?
A lot.
What does this mean for your career and your place in the Magic history books?
A lot, I would guess, yeah. Yeah, infinite, yeah. I'm now a Magic World Champion, which is amazing, and yeah, that's something I will always have.
Congratulations to Brian Braun-Duin, the world champion of Magic the Gathering. Woo!